Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans. And today we're going to talk about Odell's big game last night on Thursday Night Football. And I want to give a little context and kind of back up a little bit and give a little, a little story before we get into it. About a week or so ago, a little over a week ago, there were some clamoring about, Odell's washed up. We're forcing it to him. He was a cog in the offense. And I kind of sort of went on a little rant, saying that that's not the case. He's going to ramp up and, be vital to us down the stretch. And, just kind of debunking a lot of what people were saying about Odell and kind of what, my vision was for Odell going forward. And I kind of foresaw days like this ahead. And, to see it come to fruition last night. And again, and Sarah said it on the pregame show with her and with Bobby Trossett, and I echoed the sentiment because I felt it too. Like, three is made for games like this, nighttime games. When everybody's watching, the world's watching, down the playoff stretch, the playoff run. Those are the games where Odell is going to show up the most. He's done pretty much anything you can do in the regular season. He really went off for the Rams in the playoff. And everybody know when he was with the Rams, Cooper Kupp is the guy. But in that playoff run, he was spectacular. Like, if he didn't get hurt that game, he probably would have been the MVP of the Super Bowl. He was headed to be that. And so at this point in his career, his juices just get flowing a little differently for the big time games. Last night was a big time game, and you saw what happened. You saw what happened. That's why he got the bag for the big time games. And when the big time games pop up, big time players make big time plays and big time games. And that's what 3 is. That's what he is. Now, he only had 4 catches. He had 7 targets. But over 100 yards and 4 catches, that's 25 plus yards per catch. Let's get into his targets. Not only his catches, let's just get into his targets and kind of see what they were doing to try to get him the ball. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate everybody that came through last night and watched the watch party with us. It was fun. At one point last night, we had over 200 people in there. Everybody that hit the like button, everybody that's the new people that subscribed. Thank you guys for coming through. And what we pausing for, Hendo? I don't even know what I said. What we pausing for? But let's get started. Right, Damon. Right. We get better with age. We seasoned. But this is early in the game. And I remember saying, somebody even put this in the chat box, a young Odell would have went and got this. A younger Odell. This is a post. But the thing that I liked about this is, and even though I don't think we needed it at the time, he just ran by this corner. He just straight up ran by the corner. So that showed me he still got some burst in his legs. He still got a little burst. Nothing nuanced about this route. He just straight up ran by that guy. Like, again, that showed me that he still got some giddy up left in him. Oh, my bad. Pause. He still got some burst left in him. That he just straight up ran by me. There was no nuance in the route, no in and out in the break, no little slide in the motion of the route. Just straight up ran past him. That lets me know that he still got some speed left in them legs. That was an indication of maybe what was to come. Let's go to the actual catches. Took the top off, right, Damon? He took the top off. What up, Terry? Now we get a little nuance in the route. But before we even get into the catch, let's just show you the nuance. Now, obviously, they're in a tight formation. What he's going to do is he's going to widen this dude out to give himself more room to work down up in here. So he's going to widen the corner out. The corner's going to go this way. When he breaks in, he has more room to work. And obviously, once he gets that, he's going to explode and get some yak. And that's what I've been complaining about. We don't give our guys opportunity to get yak, but we did a better job of it last night. Widen them out, work back toward the middle. I catches it over the middle with a good job. Good job of getting yak. And look at that burst. Again. A couple weeks ago, people said he was washed. Catch the ball, explode. Explode for another 15, 20 yards. Again, watch people don't do that. Watch people don't do that. And then he admitted to not being 100% early in the season. He admitted that he couldn't really explode and run like he wanted to. He admitted it. But it's coming along. It's coming along. And again, last week he only had 18 snaps. This game, I think he only had 22. Maximize his 22 snaps. If I'm wrong on the snap count, somebody let me know. But again, that's a lot of bursts for a guy that's supposed to be washed. And I'm gonna keep saying washed all this live because people say he was washed. So if you don't like me hammering it in, sorry. Another condenser. Just finding the soft spot in the zone. Finding the soft spot in the zone. He can do this all day long. Run a curl flat. Just find the soft spot. Look at that. Look at the spacing, man. Why we can't have spacing like that all the time? Look at that spacing. Why we can't have spacing like this in our offense all the time? A lot of times we have people on top of each other, like two people in the same area. This is great spacing. Look at that. That's an easy read for Lamar. Easy. And honestly, everybody on this freaking screen is open. Everybody. Everybody on this freaking screen is open. Good throw. Good pocket. Look at the pocket. Look at the pocket. Pocket's clean. Every receiver's open. Excellent play right here. Excellent. But good job, Odell, getting it, sitting in the zone, finding the soft spot, getting what he can get. Good job, everybody. This is what we need. That's flashes of the old Odell right here. This is flashes of a soft corner to get a little timing route. This is like a little 5-yard route. But now he can square him up because Odell's not a small guy. What up, Will? What up, Don? Odell's not a small dude. And he in the past, he's been hard to tackle. This is a flashback to old Odell. Still form spin move, stay in bounds. And now this happens at the, what's this? This happens at the 23, 24-yard line. He goes out at the 14. That's another 10 yards. And if them lower extremity is completely healthy, he may get this guy something else and get on in the end zone. But remember, he'd had different surgeries to ankles and Achilles and all that. Go on, get out of bounds. Let it fight another day. But again, he's always been hard to tackle, and this is a flashback to old there right there. You see, it's still there. It's still there. Maybe can't do it on consecutive plays or as much as he used to, but it's still there. He ain't completely washed. Let's go to the next one. Now I like this fact right here. Now this is an incomplete pass, but I like the play design. They tried to run a hitch and go in the red zone. Everybody's gonna do their own thing. Odell's gonna run a hitch. I don't know if Lamar pumps it, but you'll see it. Let's just see it. There's the hitch. And actually, it's a little overthrown. If the ball's anywhere in this little circumference right here, he should have a chance. But the ball lands way back in the white. He tries to sell it and get a flag. He tries to sell it. But I do like the play design and just instead of just traditionally running the fade. It gives the DBs something else to think about. And again, the spacing ain't bad because you got Odell running here, you got Bateman going in that direction, and then you got Zay is kind of like a outlet in the flats. So the design not bad of the play. It wasn't executed right, but the design not bad. Design not bad. Yeah, Jose, he is looking better every week. Definitely looking better every week. Isolated at the bottom. And again, still look. I mean, we might not be completing these balls, but Odell is still getting past these corners. Look at the nuance. Look at the nuance. I'm gonna set you. I'm gonna come off the ball, get you a little hezzy, get you to go inside and set you. Look at right there. DB's cooked. Both all his cleats in the ground. He cooked right there. With all his cleats in the ground, Odell finna run right past it. Got him. Got him. Got him. If he don't trip right there and they tangle feet, that may be a touchdown. If they don't get their feet tangled up, they got him. I'm telling you, still one of the better route runners. Still one of the better route runners. Not up there with Devontae and Diggs and them, but still one of the better route runners. Because he done turned crafty now. You know, once we get older, we get crafty. Once we get older, we get crafty. What up, damn dude? You come in and request. You got to join the Patreon if you got requests like that. You come in requesting stuff. And with cap letters, you better hit the Patreon or the Cash App or something like that. But again, back to what I was saying. Crafty. I love this. This is the big one. This the big boy. Just the corner. Going inside. Because we know how much he loved to run the slant. We know how much he loved to run the slant. And this is what the DB is looking for too. So once he runs that slant, the DB's eyes go straight to the ball looking. And he just gets back on top of it. And once he gets on top of him, he got him in his hip. And Lamar just got to throw it high. As long as Lamar gets it high, it should be a completion. And Lamar does get it high. Because he running that slant. And you can't really tell, but the DB's eyes are focused on Lamar because we've been throwing that slant. And Lamar and Odell have been having success with that slant. And they turn it up. And now look, he got him right where he wanted. Now, look at all this space Lamar got to work with. Lamar just got to get it high. Because look where the safety is. The safety's still in the middle of the field. As long as Lamar get it high, we should be good. Lamar does a good job of getting it high. Great throw by Lamar. Great throw by 8. Great throw by 8. And we get a little yak. Here come old funky Logan Wilson again. Oh, funky Logan Wilson. But a great throw. Look like a good pocket, too. Way to stand in the pocket and deliver, 8. Great throw. So again, dude ain't washed. I never thought he was washed. I knew he had a ramp up period coming off the surgery. And I mean, you got to think about these major surgeries like this. It takes time. It takes time for people to for one, get fully healthy, for two, mentally to get their confidence back, and 3, just to get a feel for it because the offense is new for all of them. It's new for all of them. They got to find out what people like. I mean, not what each other like, where to put the ball, how they run routes. And at this point in the season, it's time for them to put that stuff together, though. This is week 11. So, you know, for me, their grace period was weeks 1 through 4. And it's starting to look a certain way. Are we gonna win all the games? No. It ain't gonna be perfect. But it's starting to look a certain way. And as long as it looks a certain way, I'm cool with it. And again, that don't always translate to wins. But as long as it looks a certain way and we're moving and ascending in the right direction, headed toward these playoffs, I'm good. And again, closing. We got 10 days to kind of get these Knicks together. Then we play the Chargers. Then you got your bye week. So really, you got one game over the next, I would say about 17 days. So maybe you can get your Knicks, healed and whatnot, and get ready for this stretch run and be as healthy as you can be for these last 6 games maybe, and then in the playoffs. So that looks like to be a good decision to not take that bye week coming from London and to have it later in the season. And if I'm not mistaken, we're the last set of bye weeks. Whoever has a bye week with us, week 13, is that last set of bye weeks. So we'll be, fresh for this stretch run. And I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me on a little lunch break. And I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace and love. And I dropped a video about Keaton Mitchell and all his runs. He only had 8. I feel like he should have had more. What y'all think? He only had 8. He only had 3 in the first half. He kind of got them other 5 in like when the game was kind of out of reach. So, what y'all think about Keaton Mitchell only having 8 carries? But talk about that on that video over there, man. I'll see y'all soon. Peace and love. Yeah, I hope Isaiah hold it down. I hope he do too. He can, but I hope he do it.